So yet one more tool in topic 10 is this cost modeling. So we're trying to figure out how much the thing costs based on various other factors. So first we have to start with mapping the process. So we need to develop an accurate estimate of the component's cost. And to do that we need to know how it's made, what processes are involved, what engineering's in there. So your job is to combine your insight with the expertise of those around you. And knowing your operations, so you can map the process out and understand everything that's involved with it. So the second step, we have Honda's 3 A's. So you need to go to the actual place, see the actual part, and then learn the actual situation. All these can help you understand the process and how it's done and how each part of the process impacts the cost. So we have some potential cost drivers here. So the configuration of our item, is it totally customizable, or is there only a few variations or no variations? The technology, is it something that somebody has to sit there and do, or is it made with robots, or is it somewhere in between? The experience, so if it's a brand new product, it's probably going to cost more when you first start the line because you're going to have a lot of things go wrong, right? So once you've been producing it a while, that experience should level out and you'd be producing near peak capability and efficiency. Your people, if you got brand new people on this new process, it might cost more because of that. Your performance is going to take a hit. And of course our materials, did we get good materials to start with, or are these materials bad? So to get better materials we have to pay more, right? So having this cost, all these things can add more cost. Or if we need to cut cost, we might have to sacrifice some aspect of what's here. So we need to evaluate our alternatives. Ask the what ifs. The last couple topics we've been saying, consider the what ifs. So what if we change the process configuration, the order of things how they're done? What if we move some tasks from one person to another, or from one station to another? What if we adopt new technology? Maybe instead of a person welding, we use a robot welder. Or we get rid of welding altogether. That might be the process change, configuration change we do. And then what about if we provide some additional worker training? That way the workers feel like they're on top of everything. It might give them the sense that you value them and that you are investing in them so they can perform better in their jobs. And that way everybody wins, right? So, and what if we changed materials? What if we went from a metal case to a hard plastic case? That could be something that could make some cost changing, right? So there's some trade-offs though, right? So we have to evaluate these trade-offs. Every decision we make creates a trade-off. So if we want higher quality materials, it's going to cost more. So that's our trade-off, the additional cost. So if we do that, what happens? Well, higher quality materials means higher price. But what if we trained our people? What happens there? If we train our people, give them additional training, well, that might be an additional cost. Well, what if we didn't train our people? Where would that happen? Well, we might have lower quality on the end. So when you do that, what is the total impact of all these costs? What is the total impact on the costs? And if you consider all these, I'm sure you can think of even more what if type of scenarios to ask. And that way you can identify the trade-offs, because that's something that managers like to know. If they do this, what happens? And you don't have to be an engineer to do that. You just need to be well informed about what you're sourcing and things of that nature, right? So let's go ahead and move on to our next tool, which will be target costing.